Hi class, let's take a look at example 6. Now on example 6, they want the Taylor at, well, a is equal to 3. So we have to remember that when we're writing the formula, you're going to have that term on all of these. It's not expected that you're actually foiling. You can leave it like that. We just may have to simplify those messy constants. And we're looking for 3 non-zero, and some of these may get very messy as we're evaluating derivatives. So in this case, you're going to have that f of x is equal to the square root of x plus 1. Then f of 3 is equal to the square root of, well, 3 plus 1 or the square root of 4. This will be 2. So this is going to be our first term in the expansion. And then let's take a couple derivatives. So good news, nothing's going to cancel. So we just need 3 non-zero terms. So therefore, f prime of x is equal to 1/2 x plus 1 to the negative 1/2, since we're subtracting that value. And I'll leave it like that. Actually, let me just rewrite it as 1/2 square root of x plus 1. And then we're going to be evaluating f prime of 3. So this is 1/2 times the square root of 3 plus 1, or 1/2 times square root of 4. So we're getting that this is 1/2 times 2. I'm getting 1/4 for the actual evaluation of the first derivative. Next term, we're going to do a second derivative. So this will be f double prime of x. And we're looking at, well, we already have the 1/2, and then x plus 1 to the negative 1/2. And this is where we're going to be taking the derivative. So this is going to be 1/2 times 1/2 times x plus 1 minus, we'll raise to the negative 3/2. Since you have negative 1/2 minus 1 minus the 2/2. So this one's going to simplify to 1/4. I'll just put it at the bottom, x plus 1 to the 3/2. That's our derivative. And what we want from the derivative is the evaluation of the 3. So f double prime of 3 is going to give us 1/4 times, technically that's going to be, well, 3 plus 1 raised to the 3/2. So this is 1/4 times, well, 4 raised to the 1/2 raised to the 3. So I'm getting 4 times 4 raised to the 1/2 is going to be 2 to the 3rd. That's going to be 8. So this is going to be 1 times 4 times 8, or 132. And I'm missing the sign. So this should have a minus, and that would be a minus. That's because of the derivative. We dropped that negative. So let me just double check, but that should be it. Okay, no need to get more of these values. That it's actually it. We will need to simplify some of the constants. So in this case, our final answer, it's going to be that f of x, which is equal to the square root of x plus 1, at a is equal to 3, can be approximated by, and remember that the function starts at f of a. So technically your first term, it's going to be a 2 plus, and then we start with the pattern, first derivative evaluated at a times x minus a. So the first derivative, it's going to be 1/4 times x minus 3. And I'll leave it like that with the x minus 3. And then the next one, we ended up with, I'll just leave it as plus negative 1/32 over And then this one has a pattern. It's going to have a 2 factorial. So technically 2 factorial times the x minus 3 to the second. And then technically plus. All I need is the first non-zero terms. And from these, this one's going to actually reduce. So you have 132 divided by 2. So I'm going to get negative 164. So let me rewrite the actual expansion. In this case, you're going to have a 2 plus 1/4 x minus 3 minus 164 x minus 3 to the second plus the dot dot dot. That is it for this one. As long as your terms are not canceling, first 3 are sufficient. So you don't need to get me any more. If you check the answers on the book, they may go on and on, but we only need the first 3 non-zero. So same with the regular sequences. That would be our final answer.